Hello everybody, I'm your friend Bruce. In today's video, I'm gonna share a few tips on how to learn English well. So, many of us have learned English years, but we don't even know how to organize our language before saying it. So, in today's video, a lot of techniques which are critical, useful in the English learning will be displayed in the video. Let us take a look. So there are a lot of questions need to be answered. We have to figure it out before we learn a foreign language. Number one, why do we need to learn a foreign language? So is that really necessary for us to learn a new foreign language, or we learn it in order to get a higher score or travel or study abroad? Number two, where can we find the proper English? Where can we learn the proper pronunciation? You may not know there are more than 3 phonetic symbols and more than 20, 30 different accents around the world. But how do we find the right pronunciation? How to find the proper English to learn really matters. Number 3, so how can we promote our English step by step? For example, I usually listen to the English radio with my spare time. On the way home, on the way to work, I listen to the English radio at least 20, 30 minutes. For example, the broadcast, the news overseas, for example. So, I have installed a VPN in my phone, so I have no trouble to watch the YouTube or other official news overseas. You can see. This is YouTube, right?
Online at 25% capacity. Michigan moving forward, reopening auto plants, as California's governor announced.
So, this is official. This is official English. Usually, we regarded English from the official channels like BBC, VOA, NBC, PBS as standard English. And most of the time we regard people who talk English with their mother tongue as native English. For example, if we talk English, we speak English with Chinese accent, we may consider it as Chinese English, but it's okay. So I just mentioned three questions. We have to figure it out before we learning a foreign language. Number one, why do we need to learn a foreign language? So what's your purpose for learning a foreign language? Do you want to talk with foreigners to learn different cultures, or one day you want to travel overseas? Number two, where can we find proper English? We can find proper English on the official website, even domestic website. For example, the Baidu, you can type standard English pronunciation within Baidu. The pages full of English messages will come out and refresh your mind. Number three, how can we promote our English level proficiency step by step? For example, we can find the actual hours out of 24. For me, I listen to the English radio on the way home, on the way to work, even for just 15 minutes, and your brain will get used to the way you practice. How to utilize your spare time really matters. How to utilize the pieces of time is really matters. We can find the actual hours out of 24, but we can listen to the English radio by the train, by bus, on the way home, on the way to work. This is really useful for you, for every English learner, for every beginner, to train his memory. For example, make a small plan and to improve your English. Number one, step one, to memorize English words at least 20 per day. And with their apps, your dictionary, 百词简 dictionary, whatever dictionary, which are useful, help you to improve to change your memory. So at least 20 English words. Probably I have mastered 12,000 English words, but I've done a lot of tests that determines the candidate's English proficiency, but probably I have more than 8,000. For example, even if I mention some words you don't even know, it belongs to different category. Neuroscience, for example, prefrontal cortex, the hypothalamus. Our brain was divided into two hemispheres. One is the left brain, another is the right brain, and the cerebellum, the medulla. Sorry, I forgot some words, but it's okay. Step one, try to memorize English words at least 20 per day. This is really, really critical in the English learning. We can't. Do you know the reason why we can't organize our language before saying it? Because we don't know the fundamental knowledges like the pronoun, attribution of each word, like a noun. We don't know what is noun, what is adjective, what is a pronoun. We don't know how to organize, how to place these words in the right position before saying it. So number two, correct your pronunciation. There are 3 phonetic symbols around the world. IPA, the abbreviation of International Phonetic Alphabet. Another is DJ Daniel Jones. Another is KK Thomas Knott and James King. These are the abbreviations of the founders of Pronunciation Association. So our textbook that we learn in the school with the IPA, 国际音标. So, and we have to cultivate a habit to help you to learn English before we learn a new language. For example, cultivating a habit really matters in the learning process. So listen to the English music and watching movies, the science fiction, the fairy tale, blah blah blah, thriller movie, but it's okay. If you are obsessed with the Tom Henderson or Benedict Cumberbatch, reading poem, sometimes reading poem and poetry is also beneficial to improve your oral muscle. That's the reason why practice my oral muscle every day. You can see I have been talking more than 8 minutes without hesitation, without organizing my language, but it's okay. So we can find, there are tons of videos and materials available all over the internet. We are free to get it and download them and in your phone and listen to it and watch it and practice our English. We can practice our English and listen to the English radio simultaneously. 我们可以一边讲，一边听他说，一边同步模仿，对不对？ Remember, promote your English proficiency step by step. So as the early stage of learning a new language, do not listen to the native level. Do not listen to native level. What is native level? This is, sorry.
To move forward, if we
This is native level.
In Florida, what leaders hope will not be a trend.
Do not listen to the native level. This is really hard for you. But after you practice, after you listen to the English radio for more than 5 years, 7 years, you have no trouble to listen to understand the native level. But remember, let us promote our English proficiency step by step. Do not in a hurry. Do not rush into it. So let us learn memorize English words step by step. For example, the first day you try to memorize five English words per day. So there are two learning modules. One is the visual learning model, 视觉学习型. Another is the auditory learning model. So we human beings usually divided into these two learning models, but try to figure out which learning model you are involved. 如果视觉学习型有利于你，就视觉学习型。For example, try to memorize English words by watching the photos, and build a connection between the photo and the object subject. For example, when we mention the elephant, the image of elephant should come up with our mind. Not the Chinese phrases, 大象. This is really useful, really matters. For example, 视觉学习型. Once we mention the rabbit, the Batman, the Spider-Man, the elephant, the giraffe, alligator, so the images of these animals should come up with our mind. Do not think about Chinese phrases. This is母语学习方法, native learning model. So another is the auditory learning model. So lesson to the English video. I know sometimes you are not good at memorizing the phrases by watching, so we can memorize English words by listening. This is really, really, really useful. China. Donald Trump. Okay. So I just mentioned two learning modules. So guys, if you are English learners and you are watching my video right now, please figure out which learning module you are. And blah 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 blah. Let us get things back on the track. Promote your English level, English proficiency step by step. Step 1, memorizing words 5 per day, 20 per day with apps. Number 2, correct your pronunciation. For example, imitate the instructions the way the host speak while you are watching the TV show, while you are watching the news. So imitate instructions. Imitate the way the host speaks. OK? 我们要模仿他们。刚开始我们模仿一下，感觉一下。比如说，虽然说我现在的在讲 So you will notice the way I speak and the fluency that I have is more natural. So although I don't speak loudly, but you can hear it clearly. But it's okay. So number 4, try to memorize a paraphrase of English grammar. Do you know the reason why you can't speak English? Why you can't organize your language? Because you know nothing about English grammar. You know nothing about English grammar. Well, my computer malfunctions. You know nothing about English grammar. So 主系表, subject, verb, and what is this? Subject plus a verb plus adjective. I'm a teacher. I is subject. Am is verb. A teacher is adjective. I mean, 在这个句型当中 in this sentence, a teacher equals adjective. I mean, I know a teacher is a noun. Okay. So I have to overemphasize the one thing that we can't find the actual hours out of 24. We have to learn that step by step. We have to learn that every day. So blah 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 blah. It's so easy, Not 10 years ago and 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and you listen to the tape, right? 我们不是听磁带那个时候了。So we have smartphone, we have so many hundreds, more than hundreds, thousands of apps that help us to get knowledge, to get things involved. It was so easy, right? And we can, well, so you see, I have 可可英语, I have Fox News, NBC, CNN, TED, LinkedIn, and I have CGTN, I have YouTube, I have WhatsApp. Well, I can learn English every day. I can learn English no matter where I am. So easy. So I have to, the following mistakes. There are the common mistakes the English beginners usually made. So number one, speak English words. One by one. I'm a teacher. I'm Bruce Lee. Do not speak English or word by word. Do not. I'm Bruce Lee. I'm Bruce. It's my pleasure to meet you. It's my pleasure having a conversation with you. Do not speak word by word. Whoa. And so do not listen to the native levels, but you can memorize English words. You can memorize sophisticated, different English words that belong to different categories. You can memorize GRE or TOEFL, IELTS English words. If you are an English beginner, but it's okay, but you cannot listen to the native level. Native listening level. Number 3, do not mute your mouth every day. Do not mute your mouth. 不要张口不说话. We have to practice every day, even self-talking, listening to the English radio. 不要整天不说话，一定要开口说话，好不好？Number 4, do not concern too much about losing face while you are practicing your oral English, but you can speak, you can blurt out your mind, you can blurt out English that you learn on textbook, on the way home, by taking the train. So it's easy. I know you are the center of crowded people, but do not concern too much about losing face. It's okay. Confidence. Confidence is the key to the success. Time is the key to the success. These phrases are my propaganda. I created these 2 phrases. 90% of people are not willing to do what it takes to make their dreams come true. And let things get back on track. How do I learn English every day? Number 1, I listen to the English radio at least a half hour. And number 2, memorize English words at least 10 per day. Till now, I still memorizing English words. Number 3, and read a poem or poetry every day. Read a paragraph that you pick it up from the news. For example, the economist. What the hell is this? Economics? Oh, it's okay. Try to utilize this pieces of time. We usually get up at 6 and brush our teeth and start to go to work at 8 a.m. in the morning, and we usually finish the day's work at 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. Even we do some extra hours till the midnight, and we return home at midnight. We don't have time. We don't have time to memorizing the words. We don't have time. So try to utilize pieces of time, which is critical. Okay? And, my computer still malfunctioned. It closed for malfunction for almost 20 minutes. It's kind of like update, but no updated. So, remember, cultivating a habit is really matters. For example, your lack of passion to learn anything, you are being struggled with your current situation, the high stress, high pressure, the blah blah blah, whatever. I'm 30, so I'm still being single. I have nothing. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have a million dollar in my savings account. I don't have a house. I rented a house for myself. But I have to work. I have to try. I have to practice every day. So guys, keep going, never give up. So if you are interested in learning English and learning other different languages, please let me know. My YouTube channel is Bruce and China. Just type Bruce and China. And my Weibo 自知自爱自强自行 my Bilibili Bruce 爱旅行 my Himalaya FM 京城往事 So if you are interested in learning foreign language, discovering the world, and please follow my channel, YouTube channel, Bruce and China. Thank you everybody. So if you have any question, please at me, 艾特我一下好不好？